You're seeing right now on my table is this nice oilcloth that I was suggesting for you guys to get. You might already have some of this at home. Your mom might be using it on the kitchen table. This is called oilcloth, and it's super nice because this back surface is the one that is ideal for working, for wedging, for throwing the clay. Look at that. And you would be using the back. And you could also go to Joann's, and they have scraps, you know, like for cheap if you buy a small piece. So this is nice. I put it on a plastic. Let me see if you can see me on the other camera. Look, I'm using a piece of cardboard, plywood, and I have it on top, and this is a really nice surface to work with. Okay, so I hope that you guys have a nice surface to work with. And so your ball of clay is a little bit bigger than mine, but I want to show you real quick what I mean by wedging. Okay, if you want to do it. If not, you're fine. I don't think you need to do it with your clay. Grab the clay, feel the clay. Okay, connect with it. Squeeze it. Okay. So the way you wedge your clay is that you grab the clay with both hands like that, and then you press down, push, then again, push. So this is basically how you wedge the clay. Oh, actually, I'm gonna point this camera down like that, so you can see my hands. You're not gonna be able to see my face, but you're gonna see what I'm doing. Okay, this is how you wedge the clay, and you wedge the clay to basically get rid of any air pockets. You don't want to have bubbles, air pockets inside the clay, because those will explode inside the kiln when we're firing the clay. So you definitely don't want to have. Also, when you grab the clay out of the bag, it's cool. It's a little bit harder, and when you start wedging it, it kind of activates it, and it becomes a little bit more manageable. So anyway, this is how you would wedge the clay. You know, turn it into a ball. Throwing means that you take your clay. I'm doing it with one hand because it's not that heavy, but yours would be probably like both hands like that. And throwing it's when you take the ball and you just like go like that, right? You drop it. That's throw. You throw it. You throw the clay, and what it does again, it gets rid of air pockets that might be inside the clay. So this is, you know, this is nice. Okay, so you have your bowl, preferably plastic, and you're gonna get that cheesecloth, the cheesecloth out of the bag, and you want to unfold it completely so you have it in one layer. See that? That's one layer. This is two layers. All right, and you're going to fold it back up again into two layers like this. Okay, I hope you can see me. And so you have what looks like a square, and so you're gonna make sure that you center the cloth, and you're going to press it down. Okay. And this method, it's called the pug method. Okay, PUG, pug method. It's a ball of clay. So look, I'm grabbing. Look, this is how you make a. I think you guys have done this before. You just make a ball, right? A ball of clay. So this is basically a pug, and the first pug is gonna go right in the center, in the middle for telling me. So I'm gonna do a little bit of it, uh, like right here in front of you.
You put the clay in the bowl now.
What was that?
You put this clay in the bowl now.
Yes. So you made the pugs. Now begin to blend them. So look, so one of the important things about this whole deal, guys, is that the thickness of the bowl remains the same. Okay. So when you're pressing down the pugs, you're pressing them down about the same pressure, so that the thickness remains constant. Okay. That's one, like, probably the most important thing right now with the making of the bowl. And because the clay is so nice right now and so flexible and smooth, I'm already kind of smoothing it out as I go. You don't have to rush it. You can take your time. You can do this later. Look, my technique, how I like to use both of my fingers in order to smooth it out, and see how, like, the flower is getting bigger and bigger, and I'm going around the bowl and overlapping the pug. Okay, so again, you don't have to be as far as I am with my bowl right now. I'm gonna put this aside because I want to use it for next period. But I made a bowl second period, and I want to use that to show you the last step of this first day of play. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one. Okay, so you're gonna stop about a half an inch before you reach the top of the bowl, the rim. Okay, you're gonna stop about half an inch, because the last row of pugs, we are gonna be scoring them. What is scoring? Scoring is when you roughen the edge with a fork. We're doing this on the rim because we don't want the top of our bowls to crack. So for example, see this right here? These will crack right here. The unions, where the pugs came together, these will crack. And in order to avoid that, we're gonna score the last row of clay, of pugs. So you can see here, you can see that I already made half of it. Look, the last row of pugs are gonna be sticking out of the bowl about half an inch. This is what I mean by scoring. You're roughening, scratching the uh, the pugs together like that, and then you're taking a a pug, and then you're also scoring it. So here you go. I'm gonna take the scored pug and the bowl, and I'm going to press down. See that? This is the top right here, and because it's so nice and and smooth, I'm already gonna start smoothing it out. So there you go, see that? And I'm gonna go as far as blending this pug with the other pug. And look, it's about a half an inch, and I'm not worrying about it. I'm just smoothing it out. See that? So that's basically what you're gonna do at the top of the bowl. I'm gonna do it one more time. Take another pug. It's kind of small. Okay. And I'm going to score it. Score the pug. And I'm going to score that top of the bowl. So see, you can see it's about half an inch. And don't worry about if you go too far. It's better to score more than less. Okay. So again, put it right there. Press down. Smear it all over the area here. I'm already smearing even on the bottom here like that. And look at the union where the two pugs were. I like to go ahead and even like blend both of them, not only in the inside, but the outside. We're gonna be trimming this to have a nice straight top, right? Like this one. Look, this is already finished. This heart that I made.
Is it?
So we're gonna be smoothing it to this finite. Okay. So look, guys, that's how the inside looks, and if you can start smoothing it out once you finish the with the pugs, it's a good idea if you start smoothing it out, because just in case that you might end up not letting it dry, and then you cannot smooth it out or uh, uh, carve it anymore, then at least it's a working it's a better surface. So you can do it with your fingers. By the way, I'm not gonna. You can see that I have not finished this, and I'm not gonna finish it because I want to use this for my 6 period demonstration. So, but basically, this is how the outside should look like. At this point, I'm not gonna worry, or you should not worry if it's a little bit thicker, because you can always trim it. The smoothing of the inside. Uh, look at how I'm placing my hand here. I'm gonna use a spoon, which all of you have at home, and you can smooth it out with your spoon. Look how easy it is to smooth it out. See that? So this is how, and then you would turn it, and then you would like smooth it out. So spoons are great for smoothing. They can also carve, like if you hold it the other way like this, you would be able to carve some of the clay, which I don't want to do right now because I don't have any problem. So that's how you would be carving it, okay? So spoons are great for smoothing out. After you finish with the rim, leaving the half an inch, uh, taking out the puck, sticking out for a half an inch. And when you smooth it out as much as you can in the inside, you're basically done with this part. And then you need to leave this out for one night. Okay, you're not gonna work on it anymore. You're gonna take the cheesecloth, and you're gonna throw it inside like that. Don't push down. Don't press it. You're just leaving it out like that, floating. Okay, like that. You're gonna leave it out for one night so it gets leather hard. You're gonna leave it out for one night. Okay, one night only. Tomorrow, you put it back inside the bag I gave you. Okay. Now, If you're not done with it, if you're gonna work on it later, then you need to put it inside the bag because you're not finished. Because you're not finished, you're gonna put it inside the bag. Just put it in a corner inside the trash bag. You twist it, and then you just put it around your bowl like that with a little bit on top of it. Make sure that it doesn't flip over, but this would be good enough right there, okay?